Chicago Bears fans, welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, so it is time to go over our final injury report and our keys to the game. Before we get into it, my friends, like the video, share your comments below, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and hit that notification bell so we can beat that YouTube algorithm. Jersey of the day today. The Bears are wearing their throwback jerseys. And since I don't really have any of the throwback jerseys, we got on Jalen Johnson in the white today. Now, our injury report looks pretty standard, run-of-the-mill. Not too much to go over compared to Wednesday when we talked about it. It looks like, actually, there are some changes here. Kareem Amagaji, he was limited practice today. He is officially listed as questionable for the game. Ryan Bates didn't practice. He is already ruled out because of that concussion. We saw that coming. Elijah Hicks with his ankle, he is ruled out. I was really hopeful that he would get in some limited practice today and he would be questionable, but that is not the case. He is listed as out. DeAndre Swift with that groin, he was full practice today. He is officially questionable for Sunday. So I look forward to seeing him in the game. And then Tevin Jenkins and Mercedes Lewis, they were both full practice, and we will see them on Sunday. So quick wrap up on the injury report. Nothing too crazy there. So it looks like we will get back some more players minus Ryan Bates and Elijah Hicks. With that, my friends, let us move into the keys to the game. I have a couple for both the offense and the defensive side of the ball. So let's talk about the offensive side first. The offensive number one key to the game revolves around Thomas Brown. Can he expand upon what he did against Green Bay in Week 11? Can he get the ball out of Caleb Williams' hands fast? Because we know that the Vikings defense will 100% pressure a lot during the game. They will bring 6, 7, 8 guys. Can Thomas Brown scheme receivers open fast enough to get some yardage downfield for Caleb Williams and whoever that target is? I would love to see that. I believe that you can do it. I believe that guys like Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze and Cole Kmet should be your top 3 targets for short yardage. I believe that that will be the case. So we should be able to get a nice little pass game going. Now, number 2, I would like to see that run game expanded upon a little bit. It was already expanded upon in Week 11 against Green Bay, seeing that Roschon Johnson had some more carries than typical. I think he had 10 carries in the game, and Swift had 15, I want to say. So if you could balance them out a little bit more, try to get some better run blocking on the day, I believe that should help. I would like to see a little bit more running yards, especially with how well Caleb Williams ran last week against Green Bay. You could use all 3 of those guys to run the ball downfield and set up your short pass and maybe a couple of long passes in there. Who knows? So that would be pleasant to see. I would like to see that run game be effective and be effective early. And then my third and final offensive key is just the general production of the offense on an uptick. We definitely saw a major turnaround between what we saw against the Patriots and what we saw against Green Bay. I believe that Thomas Brown, now that he's got a full week under him with the players and knowing how to communicate, I believe that him being up in the booth where he could see a lot more definitely helps. I could see Thomas Brown taking things a step further this week. How big that step is, not 100% sure, but we're not worried about taking gigantic leaps right now. We are worried about the baby steps, the KISS, as it would. Keep it simple, stupid. If you do simple well, that will open up complexity in the game. So I would like to see I would like to see you do the simple things well, do the simple things often early, and allow those simple things to open up more complex plays, trick plays, whatever you want to do. Just do the simple things well first, get it running effective, get a little bit more production out of your offense, especially in the first half of the game. We saw that the Bears did a good, decent job in Green Bay and getting some offensive production going in the first half last week. They actually went into the half with a lead. Against Minnesota's defense, I don't know if they'll quite have that type of production, given how much they'll probably blitz early, but we will see what shall happen. And that kind of rolls me perfectly right into the defensive keys. And my key number one is find a way to stop the run game. You've got to be able to try to stop. You've got to find a way to stop the Minnesota's run game. I would say that they are definitely second right behind Detroit. So if you could stop their run game, I believe that that will take a lot of their offensive production off of the board. Try not to allow big chunk plays. Try to not wait until you are in the red zone to be a perfect shutdown defense. Try to even it out a little bit more. Try to get a couple of 3-and-outs going in the first half. Try to prevent them from getting down to the red zone to where you are going to give up a field goal, given that you have the best red zone defense. Just try to get a couple of stops outside of the red zone. We saw them do that a couple of times against Green Bay. Just expand upon that a little bit more against Minnesota. Try to get some 3-and-outs. Try to stop them from getting into field goal range. Try to be this team that allows your offense to score first. I believe that you should be able to pull it off. Mainly because their offense is kind of coming back down to earth a little bit. So I believe that that is actually something that can be manageable. You just have to stop the run first. And then your one-on-one matchups. I would say that, Tyreek Stevenson got himself cooked a couple of times against Green Bay. And our very own Jalen Johnson gave up one big chunk play that helped Green Bay win the game last week. Jalen came out and said himself that he saw the play developing. He read it perfectly. Had he not slipped, that could have been a pick six because he had wide open field in front of him. I'm not necessarily worried about interceptions per se. Just tighten up your man-to-man a little bit. And again, try to help force those 3-and-outs. Just play your tight man-to-man. If you're playing zones, try not to leave any zones open. Try not to have any blown zones for blown coverage. Just try to minimize the chunk plays for Minnesota. And then that leads into my number 3 today for the defense, which would be you have to put pressure on Sam Darnold. I think that a couple of teams have exposed their offense and showing that if you can get pressure to him early and consistently, it brings Sam Darnold back down to earth. If you can manage that, that would be perfect. I am relying on Montez Sweat to have a big game. Austin Booker, get out there. Just do what you can. Do what you can to get to Sam Darnold early and get to him fast. Try to break through that offensive line. Get to Sam Darnold. That should help the Bears be in a position to where they can actually win this game. Because with Caleb Williams' production, kind of pulling a 180 between what we saw in against New England compared to Green Bay. I think that if the defense can bring Minnesota back down to earth, the offense can take care of business. So, my friends, let me know down in the comments what your 3 keys to the game are. Let me know what you want to see out of Caleb Williams. Let me know what you want to see out of Thomas Brown. What do you want to see out of the defense? What do you think will lead to a Bears victory on Sunday afternoon? Kickoff is at noon. I'm debating on doing some live reactions, uploading shorts as the game progresses, or potentially doing a live stream for the game. Let me know how you feel about that and if that's something that you guys would be interested in. But, Chicago Bears fans, if you are not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. About 98% of my current viewers are not subscribed to the channel, and we post a lot of Chicago Bears content here. And with the winter meetings coming up, we'll pick up content on the Cubs and the White Sox as well. And I am trying to ramp up my Blackhawks production as well. So with that, my friends, I will see you on Sunday for a post-game reaction, potentially a live stream. As always, bear down, and you guys have a good weekend.